Hello and welcome to Gulf View Sport. We are delighted to be joined this morning by Yernur from JESS Dubai. Yernur is doing an ultra marathon in the Sahara Desert in a couple of weeks' time. He's got an amazing story to tell. He's raising some really important money for some charities, and we're really excited to hear his story. Yernur, just to start, tell us a little bit about what it is exactly that you're going to be doing in a couple of weeks' time in Morocco.
So thank you so much for inviting me for the interview. So in just literally in 5 days, I have a flight to Morocco, and I'm going to be running the toughest race on earth called Marathon Des Sables, and it's 250 kilometers race. It's fully self-sufficient, and in terms of time, it takes 7 days, and 6 stages. You have different stages and different amounts of kilometers to cover. The only thing that the organizers are providing is the shelter and the water. Everything else you have to carry in your own. You have to carry in the backpack. It's your kit, your clothes, your food, and some additional. We call them luxuries that are not mandatory. So one of the luxuries that I'm taking is pillow.
Right.
Yeah, just to get a good night's sleep. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And
A lot of people will do maybe fun runs or even half marathons or marathons. What made you decide that you wanted to do something so extreme as to run 250 kilometers in the desert?
the story is actually pretty interesting. When I turned 18, I started to think that I have to change my life a bit, make it a bit more healthy, start to do some good stuff. And I thought that the running is going to be a pretty good thing to start off, because like as I was watching YouTubers and influencers, many of successful people are running. So I thought like if they run, then it's probably better to me to try it. Because at the beginning I didn't like running at all. That was hell for me. Literally, my family and my parents were trying to push me to run, um, with motivating me with food, with breakfast in like a cafe or something. And if it's like a breakfast in a cafe, then I'm sure I'm fine to go. So we started to run with my dad. It was like 5 kilometer runs in the mornings before school. And after one of the runs, he said that there is a race called Marathon des Sables, and it's 250 kilometers across the Sahara Desert. And he said, "Do you want to participate in it?" And I said to him, "I'm gonna answer you later in the day." I went to school. I started to do the research, whether I should do it, the pros and cons about the race. And at the end, I just said like, "Yeah, that's probably gonna be hard, that, but that's really an adventure, and it's a pretty cool thing to do with like with the dad, with the parent."
Mm.
Because it's actually, it really helps me and like my family in general, in terms of that we spend a lot of time together. And we we have like right now we have the same goal with my dad, to train and to finish the race. So um, we have some really good quality time together now.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the training that you've gone through. Obviously, Dubai is surrounded by desert, but how easy has it been to get out and do some training that will be similar to what you'll experience in Morocco?
So yeah, actually living in Dubai, it's such a luxury, I think, and in terms of training for this particular race, because Dubai and like UAE in general have pretty much the same terrains as the Moroccan Saharan. Sahara is like the desert, the dunes, and also the mountain with the rocks. So that's an amazing place to train, because every week, me and my dad, we were taking our running kit with us and going to, let's say, Hatta to run in the mountains, or to Al Qudra Desert and just try to run in the dunes. So in terms of the climate and in terms of terrains, that's like literally the perfect place for to train for this race, because I know some people from Russia who don't have this climate or this terrains to train in daily, and they have to go to the sauna or like take extra weight and train with it, because
Mm.
just to try to um, illustrate the same, simulate the same terrain.
Yeah. How easy has it been to balance your school studies with your training? Obviously, there's a lot of commitment required for your training, but obviously you're still working hard in sixth form. How hard has it been to balance two?
Running actually, and the running actually really helped me with motivation, in terms of by having training after school or before school, you're really motivated to do all your work in school. So basically, like, you study, then you do your homework, your projects in school. So you have this little bit of time to just for yourself to recover. To I don't know. I was using it for sleep, and then you go for a training. You train for like 2 or 3 hours a day, 6 times a week.
Hmm.
So basically, you don't really have free time when you have like school and training, but by working really hard in school, you can still like spend 2 3 hours on a training. It's really to do with the priorities.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's obviously a huge physical element to the race, but also there will be a massive mental element to it and mental strength required to make sure that you get through each of the six stages. How important will that be when you're on your race? Well, to make sure that you're mentally strong to get through the 250 kilometers.
so how seeing the training process and how I see the race is more of a mental battle rather than a psychological battle rather than a physical one,
Mm.
because um, what I'm thinking is that everyone is generally like all of us are runners, because back in the day we were running to find food or to like I don't know, yeah, like to get some food and stuff. And that's why I think that from the physical side everyone can do it, but the problem is the in their head, the mental part,
Mm.
because every time you go for a training, usually in 90% of the times you don't really want to go, because you have projects, you have assignments to do, you're like tired, it's not your day, your mood is not right. But when you go for the training, you basically win this battle with yourself. And with those small battles that you win, it really helps and trains your will to go and do the races like this.
Yeah.
And
Tell us a
especially
little bit. Sorry, on you go.
especially in endurance races, there's always a thought that like, come on, Yernur, we've done a lot, we like have to stop, like that's fine, that's enough, what do you want, what are you trying to do, who are you trying to impress? And that's the thoughts that are coming from your lazy self, and you have to really fight them. And when you fight them and at the end of the training you're really happy, because you accomplished the goal and because you won your lazy self, which
Hmm.
is really important.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the support you've had from your fellow students at JESS. How important has their support and their encouragement been for your training and ahead of your race in a couple of weeks?
The whole JESS community was actually really supportive, starting with the teachers, in terms of like a workload, or like if I had some trainings, they could help me with the work, or try to like, let's say if sometimes I was um, passing the deadlines, the deadline dates.
Hmm.
So they were like helping me in terms of like they were saying it's fine, you're in there. You like you train a lot, and sometimes you like get tired and stuff. And in terms of that, they were really helpful and encouraging, and yeah. And also the students, my friends, all of them were really supportive. Some of them were running with me when I was doing my first 50K run. Two of my best friends came along to cheer me up on the last 5 kilometers, which was really, really good and really, I mean, I was the happiest person on earth because my friends came to support me, and I was really tired over there, and they've been like really cheering me up and trying to motivate me to run.
Yeah. So the race itself is a hugely impressive feat, but probably more impressive is the money that you're hoping to raise by doing the event. Tell us a little bit about the charity in Kazakhstan that you're hoping to raise money for.
So recently, I became a trustee of one of the private high schools in Kazakhstan. The school is called Aykanat High School of Burabai, and this school is created especially for helping kids in rural areas to receive a high quality education. So I became a trustee. Um, I'm helping 286 students to achieve a high quality education by raising the money,
Mm.
and I think it's really important in terms of just charity work, because education is like the key to progress of the nation, and seeing those really smart kids is really motivating me to work and to run and to
Yeah.
train.
And where does the school come in? I believe your grandmother is from the area. Is that right?
So she came from Aktohay district in Karaganda region in Kazakhstan, and I thought it's going to be a great idea to support that district especially, and because also my my father and both of my grandparents are trustees in that school as well. They supporting their own districts, and that's why it's really motivated me to do it as well, to become a trustee and help kids.
Yeah. And tell us, how can we donate to your fundraising? If anyone watching this wants to donate, how can they do that?
So I have a link on my Instagram page. It's _shinyman_. The link is in bio, and also you can check out the posts that I'm posting. I have a promo video for that, and yeah, you can just go to the Yalla Give link and donate over there. Any
Perfect.
any amount will be highly appreciated.
Perfect. Yernur, thank you very much for your time. Everyone at Gulf Youth Sport wishes you the very best of luck in your race, and we look forward to catching up with you once you completed it and once you're back home.
Thank you.
All the best. Thank you very much. Cheers.